I'm a small business owner myself, and I think Farmers and Merchants Bank it's not a small company, but it's not like a U.S. Bank or a Wells Fargo or something like that. And I like to pass that type of business on to people that support my business as well, being a smaller business. So that was kind of my choice, and I'm happy I made that decision.
At Farmers, I'm not just a number on a spreadsheet. When I walk in, they know me. Everybody, hey Chris, how you doing? You feel like you're kind of family when you walk in, that they know who you are. You mean something.
I've been with the bank for many, many years, and it's just the most beautiful place. I walk through the door and I feel hugged.
Yeah, it's great. It's like a family bank here. Like, everyone is awesome.
Yeah, I love using FMB because the customer service, of course, is great. I love it that I walk in the door and everybody knows my name.
Everybody talks about the hometown bank, and that's what it always has been for us, Never told us no about anything. Maybe we didn't ask too big, I don't know.
The Farmers and Merchants Banks, it's kind of a unique situation there. You walk in there, they know you, they act like they truly care about you. They're not just going through the motions like a lot of businesses do, or the people aren't there just for a paycheck. They seem to care about your needs and what you do and acknowledge you when you're there. I think that's important with any business.
The one thing I will tell you about FMB as we went through it, not just the construction process, but even opening accounts for my mom, who I'm power of attorney for, they seem to be very prudent. They seem to be very, careful with, the folks that they're dealing with to make sure that, everything is legitimate.
Back when I was an 18-year-old kid, Gene Dixon did a great job. I don't remember needing no co-signer, being just turning 18 years of age. Took a couple, 3 weeks later, put somebody green. I'd never been in the hauling and excavating business, give me a loan, and then, had a positive review out of them and seemed like quick response, never really had a problem.
When we sat down with Farmers and Merchants, when we first started working with them, they truly took the time to understand our business and help us navigate those waters. So just understanding us and our DNA rather than just numbers on a page made all the difference in the world. There's many other examples of when they went above and beyond, but that's really the foundation of what allowed them to continue to do that.
When we had our construction loan, being a business owner, it was very busy and banking hours don't always accommodate. And Melanie Jansen was always so friendly and helpful, and I just text her and she's like, oh, I'll run it over to you on my lunch break. And she would bring me my papers that I needed to sign to my salon during her lunch break.
That's a tough question, because I've been with them for over 20 years, and I would say there's a reason I've been with them for over 20 years. But I would say during that time frame, I think the key that has kept me there is they consistently go above and beyond what they need to do.
I really like the Farmers and Merchants app, because I'm not the best with paperwork and the best with remembering who I sent this to or that to or something like that, and I can get on that app and see what I need to do. I can move money around and do a lot of different stuff, and that's kept the phone calls down to them to check something for me, where I can just go onto the app and do it all myself.
I really like two things. I think that it's called the Lazy River savings account. I have 4 kids, so they all have accounts, and they love getting the letters in the mail saying how much they have earned and how much they've, saved and all that. So we use that. I love that.
Well, we've built our, where we live now, our last home we're ever gonna build. We, went through the bank here and with the construction financing, and, once again with Tracy, and everything was simple and easy, and everything was, never had to wait.
The loans, like we discussed on the construction loans, we have several construction loans, equipment loans, mortgage loans through, from a personal side and a commercial business side. I have both through them. So there's multiple products that I trust FMB with from a financial standpoint that they do a phenomenal job on. And I can rest assured at night that knowing they're making good financial decisions too on the front end and back end at the bank on protecting our money.
In one word, relationship. Clay Buckthorpe really impressed me as not just a business guy trying to recruit new business, but somebody I could really forge a relationship with to help build our business.
Probably family. I think that they truly all seem to care. You don't walk in here and not feel welcomed, and being in a small town, everyone knows you and everyone knows everybody, so it's like, oh, hey, it just feels like home.
Excellence in every aspect. It's wonderful. I'm so comfortable here, and the people are so wonderful.
Awesome.
Friendly, easy, simple.
Excellent. Excellent. I mean, when you call Farmers and Merchants, if you have a question, you will talk to a person. You will not talk to an automated system that flips you through, punch a bunch of buttons. If the person you get cannot answer the question, they will find the right person extremely quickly, and you will almost always have an answer that same day, by the end of the day.
I would recommend FMB to others. The reason I would is for all the reasons that I mentioned. The customer service is great. They're very helpful, very knowledgeable, and really care about you as a person or a business owner or whatever your needs are.
That's the question is probably, would I recommend? It's probably how many more will I recommend? I've sent many customers to Farmers and Merchants Bank already. For truck loans, some of my employees, for condo loans, I've sold to people, I've recommended them to go there, just for a lot of different stuff. The question is how many more will I? And I don't have a number for that, but I will continue to recommend.
Go on in and talk to them. They'll be glad to see you. They'll make you feel right at home.